Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me, Kristen Esparza, your host of the So She Did podcast. I'm excited that you're here. You're listening to episode 0 of season 1, where I'm going to give you a brief overview of what you can expect this season. Chances are, if you're listening to the podcast, you are someone who is open to change, who loves to learn, and is committed to personal growth. During this season, I'll be talking to people just like you. One of the first guests on the show will be Christine Mayo. She's a survivor of domestic abuse. After 25 years in an on-again, off-again relationship with her abusive husband, she finally got the courage to leave. Christine's story is compelling and authentic. She doesn't pretend that she has it all together. Instead, she shares with the listeners what it's really like to rebuild yourself from the ground up. She doesn't put on any fronts, and she lays it on the line. The financial struggles that she's had, the emotional struggles that she's had, and how you too can overcome situations like that. I'll also be talking to a hypnotist. This is an exciting episode because the hypnotist is going to tell us about the common psychological barriers that we have that prevent us from moving forward. He's going to tell us what hypnosis is, what it's not, and what you can expect when you're working with a hypnotist. In addition, I'm going to be talking to a business and life coach who is committed to helping people move forward, what she calls just jump. So a lot of times in our life, we get stuck in our personal life, in our financial life, in our business life. We have great ideas. We're going to act upon them when the time is right, when we have enough money, when COVID is over, when the holidays are done, when the kids grow up. And those days come and they go, and we never do anything. So we've got a great coach who's going to tell us what it takes to actually move forward. Then I have a financial advisor coming on the show that is no holds barred. During the episode, I asked her, what advice do you give to people who are still living paycheck to paycheck, who barely have enough to make ends meet? She laid it on the line for me. What she said is, they need to make more money. So we're going to talk about the realities of money, what that looks like, and how we can set ourselves up for success. We're going to be talking to a TED speaker from Belfast, Ireland. He's a fantastic business leader and coach who's going to talk to us about how we live our lives with passion and what he calls fire in the belly. If you know me, I talk about fire very often too. I use the acronym for focus, intensity, responsibility, and excellence. So this guest was a perfect fit for the show because he also talks about how we can ignite our lives and move forward. I have a health and wellness coach who lives right here in Colorado with me. She's an expert about the mind-body connection. How do our minds impact the way that our bodies feel? And how do our bodies impact the way that we think? She's got data-driven approaches that will help our listeners understand where we have blocks, both mentally and physically, that are preventing us from living our best lives. More so, she's got solutions so that we can move forward and get those blocks out of the way. Finally, this season, I also have someone that I'm very excited about interviewing for our Halloween episode. This is somebody that I've worked with personally in real estate. She lived and worked in corporate America and as a real estate agent for years. She was also interested in the paranormal. After years of living kind of a fake existence in this corporate and real estate facade, she realized she wasn't being true to herself. Now she's rebranding herself as a realtor who is an expert in haunted and paranormal places and experiences. It's going to be a fun episode where she walks us through how she rebranded her business, what she's doing, and she gives us some fun stories for Halloween about the paranormal. I think this is going to be a fantastic season. I've enjoyed making it so much, and I think that you will enjoy listening to it also. I happen to be a corporate executive who still works in corporate America. I love my job. I love my team. I love the company that I work for. So I come to you when we're talking about business from a place of experience. I have a master's degree in organizational leadership. I have a certificate in life coaching from the CAP Institute. I have a lot of other certificates and credentials to my name. But what I've learned through all of my education is that I really don't know everything. Learning is a process. It's a lifelong process. It's something that we all have to be engaged in. And as I recorded every single one of these episodes and met these fantastic guests, I've learned so much. It's been a fun journey for me. And my goal in creating this podcast was to create something that I would want to listen to. So I hope you want to listen to it too. I hope you enjoy this journey as we go through season 1 of the So She Did podcast. Thanks so much for listening, and click over to watch and listen to the first episode.